It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we've got the Panthers' versatile running back. He's coming off of...
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Bengals now to take over. They'll be led out by Dak Prescott, who burst onto the scene back in 2016 as the NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year, and now in his 7th NFL campaign.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stand an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Dak going to start out going to the air. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
From the 31, Prescott. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolute phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. It's taken to the 26. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Leading them out, it's the 3rd-year man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. A play. Simply not much more you can ask out of your running back. Over 100 yards and the 3 touchdowns.
And for an old coot like me, I loved it because he did it on the ground. A running back taking control of the game. That's what I like to see.
Hold on. An old coot?
Coot, C-O-O-T.
All right, I'll look that up later. On 2nd and 9, Herbert. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And the Bengals are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Hines. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Well, Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Carolina. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Yeah, the next-gen stats showing that at an even 57 yards through the air. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals getting set to go. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. First carry for the Boise State Bronco, Alexander Madison. And ultimately this won't go for much, maybe a couple, but boy, he showed off that make-you-miss ability that certainly is in his arsenal.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Prescott. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Prescott to throw it. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And he is going to have the Bengals 1st down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On play action, Prescott. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Chase Young in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
To try again after the sack. Prescott over the middle, complete. It's Moore. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Throwing, Prescott. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the 1st down. They'll try and run for it. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. He needed 2. He barely got back to the line of scrimmage. And the Panthers will get the football back. Jalen Waddle, the speedster wide receiver, brings out this offense. That's really been a blistering start to the season for him so far. He's on pace to blow past 1,000 yards. The good receivers, it's interesting, though. You put extra coverage on them, they probably view that as a challenge. All right, I'm going to go after this. You put one guy on them, then they feel disrespected, and they want it to. So how do you cover it?
You're exactly right. That's an insult, right? Especially the year that he's having. But I just have to go ahead and I'm not going to insult him. I'm going to respect it. I'm sending as many people as possible. But one of the reasons he's having this type of a start is despite that type of coverage, he finds a way to what we call uncover late. Balls thrown, even though there's coverage. up and come down with it, finds a way to get to the football.
And the offensive line has given them time in the pocket to have that uncovering late. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. On fourth down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 18. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. That caught by Trimble. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. He gets enough for the first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll try and run this one right up the gun. And down to the 41.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
I don't care who you are. 60 yards is a very ambitious attempt. Hard to make even in practice in the best of conditions. And now, worst of all, you give the other guys the ball to start their drive at midfield.
Rolling to his right. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. You can almost see inside his face mask there, the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. They run with Hines. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive. Herbert off of play action. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
A run here for J.D. McKissick. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys. Really. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
3rd and short yardage, Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott, he's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give them 32 on the play.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
From the red zone now, Prescott. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Amari Cooper, halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the the final minute of the first half. An extra point by Gay is up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Panthers going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Herbert on first down now. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. On 1st and 10, Herbert. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Jalen Waddle with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Panthers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes the score 14-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. The Bengal offense going to see the ball one more time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we come. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. So here are the Panthers set to take over. They've got the lead right now, and last week they were able to defeat the Atlanta Falcons here as they try to make it 2 victories in a row. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And he rifles one incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Here we go on fourth. Herbert, they'll roll him out right. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd. Yeah. After that one.
Here in the third quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a fourth down play.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert sliding out of the pocket. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Touchdown, Panthers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers go up by 2 touchdowns. Gano the extra point, and it's now 21-7. A drive that time of 6 plays, and the end result, a Panthers touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge, an opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out. Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
And the defense closes quickly there, and he'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and they will take over 1st and 10. And onto the field, here come the Panthers.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
They run again with Hines. And space tough to come by there. It's going to get 80 yard to the 37. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Play action. It's Herbert. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Carolina.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Prescott. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff running through the middle. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Quentin Williams gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive to about the 33-yard line.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The Panthers on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Now, after the loss, they'll have to navigate a 2nd and 17. They'll try the air now with Herbert. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Darnell Savage. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
Well, it certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
And still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it. 2nd and 5 now. Prescott. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they'll get him down here at the 23.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. A little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a entire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers, and a first down here. Herbert back to the air. Open net is Waddle, complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. And that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get down off the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Delay of game, offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 19. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Herbert. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hines. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Here's Hines. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Nyheim Hines.
His 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Gano the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. So that drive goes 8 plays and a 9-yard run on the end of it. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Looking to throw, Prescott. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Here's Prescott. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here we go on 4th down. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. This is Hines. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line.
45 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
This was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second